solid for with Spartyy. Take it away, Spartyy.
What's going on, everyone? Thank you, UKSG, for having me. You know, I'm not from the UK. It's not a gathering, but thank you for having me at UKSG here. So with me, I have Makarov360, who will be my co-commentator. What's up, Makarov?
Hello everybody, I'm Makarov360 and I will help Spartyy with the commentary for this run, which is going to be quite exciting. MGS4 is quite an underrated speedrun in my opinion.
Yeah, we're in for a treat here, so it's a good, amount of time for this run. It's like 2 hours-ish, so we'll give the countdown. I'll count it down from 5, and then we can start the timer. Okay, so here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, beginning of the run, there's really nothing to it. You just go from point A to point B as quickly as possible. You're not really in danger of dying or anything like that, so it's just run to the other side. Have you ran the game much, Makarov?
I haven't, but I did watch quite a few hours, let's say. It is my third most watched category on Twitch, and I just like the speedrun a lot, and I think that I want to learn this at some point, but for now I'll just focus on Metal Gear Solid 1.
MGS4 doesn't have the amount of runners that you expect from other Metal Gear games like MGS1, MGS2, MGS3. Just I think because it's so different from 1, 2, and 3. They changed a lot of the things, like the way the inventory system works, the way kind of the controls work, like the default ones, things like that. But they did make some quality of life changes. For example, you have like the cycle. Before you had the equip, unequip, or the previous. Here, they have the 3 item and weapon cycle. So we get started in red zone. This is one of the hardest rooms to do stealthily. So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure how much success you've had, Makarov, trying to do this with no alerts. But this is on the boss extreme, so it is the hardest difficulty on new game.
So something interesting about the MGS4 speedrun is that the first act, Act 1, is actually one of the hardest in the game. And it might be the first one, but you definitely don't have a lot of breaks.
Yeah, they throw everything at you in the first 2 acts, and then it kind of slows down in the later half of the game. So again, one more area. If we get an alert, it's not a huge deal. We just run towards the other side. We have rations as well.
Ideally, Spartyy will go for a Big Boss rank, Big Boss emblem, which is basically the highest rank in the game. You have no alerts. That's basically the hardest requirement to get no alerts. And Spartyy will try to go for that, but it's really hard, and the chances of getting a Big Boss emblem are not that high.
Yeah, I'm not expecting a Big Boss emblem in this marathon run. But I will treat the run as if I had it, even when I lose it, so. There's 2 guys we have to take care of. Now the soldiers here, the rebel soldiers, see me take out those 2 guys, so now they're friendly towards me, even though one gets absolutely destroyed. So now they're like, hey, you took care of those soldiers, we're gonna be friendly towards you.
You will see over the duration of the run that some guards are not that smart, while others are just annoying. And in this safe house, the guards are not really that smart. Basically, you just want to get their uniform and put it on, and after that they will think that you're part of their team.
Yeah. Even when you're on alert, as soon as you get their uniform, you put it on, they're like, oh, he's one of us. We'll let him go. So here he's trying to hold me up. I'm going to give him a ration. And now he's going to think I'm his buddy. Same with that guy. So this is where things go a little different. I'm gonna roll into this guy before he sees me. Try to shoot this guy in the head. Shoot that guy as well. So now they're hostile towards me, so I have to be careful. Take that guy out before he has a chance to look at me. And now we grab the uniform. So this uniform is the militia disguise. And now we are good to go. So now you could run around them. They won't care. You got their uniform on, like this guy. They only recognize us with this uniform on. They don't recognize us without it. Hey, Spartyy, thanks for the good luck. Jack, thanks for the good luck. We'll pick up these petrol bombs. It'll come in handy way later in the game.
There are a lot of items that you have to pick that will not necessarily be used at that time. For example, those petrol bombs will be used in Act 4, which is... There's still a long way until Act 4.
Right. Here's another item that I'll pick up here. Since it is new game, we have like nothing at our inventory. So everything, almost everything, has to be picked up off the ground, off enemies to use. Which I think makes the category much more interesting than... You could run a New Game Plus category as well. And that brings all your inventory, everything you picked up from previous playthroughs over. But I think the New Game category is a little more interesting just because you do have to balance out your resources. Ammo count, which type of item, which type of weapon, things like that. So I will be picking up some rations here and there just in case things go wrong. I might need to use them. And how rations work is just, it just refills your health bar if it goes to 0. And if you have it equipped, it'll automatically use them for you. You don't have to manually use them. So we get the drum barrel.
Okay, Snake. Hurry to the rendezvous.
Or the drum can. What is it called? Drum something? Barrel? Can? I don't know.
Well, probably one of those two.
Shoot those guys. Roll past this guy. You're not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Also, Spartyy, I believe you set up your PSP on a specific day. Why is that?
Right, so if you set up your PS3 on a Wednesday or a Sunday, you get a discount in the Drebin shop. And what the Drebin shop is, you can buy different types of weapon and different types of ammo in there. So if you set it up to a Sunday or a Wednesday, it'll give you a 20% discount on that. Now, playing on the Boss Extreme, which is the hardest difficulty, there's a lot of items you cannot buy. For example, I cannot buy non-lethal ammo and weapons. So the trank gun I have with me right now, I cannot purchase more trank ammo for that. I can't purchase like stun grenades. It's only really non-lethal ammo you can purchase from the store. So now we got these pesky bombs. There's a strategy you can use to pick these up and use it later, but I am going to choose to destroy them.
Now, at the top of this building, we will meet a familiar character from previous games, which is Meryl. And from this point on, we will basically have something similar to the guard rushes in previous Metal Gear games, where we just have to go down the building and knock out.
It's not a problem. You get knocked out yourself. Because as soon as this cutscene triggers, you regain all your health and all your stamina, so it doesn't really matter. I got a little too close to that last one.
Just a small unfortunate mistake.
Okay. So I'll try to concentrate on the first part. I'll let Makarov take over commentating.
Alright, so now for this section we will fight the frogs. We will use our non-lethal gun because kills are bad and they will not allow us to get a big boss emblem. So we will shoot the frogs and try to knock them out as fast as possible. And basically it was part of the game. But when we go down into the building, something's gonna change a little bit, but we'll have to wait until we get there. You see that Spartyy is mainly going for headshots because headshots deal more damage and they get knocked out faster. Now as Spartyy goes down, you will have to wait for some satchels. Those satchels will be used a little bit later in the run. And there, that's the boss, that's what we need. So those satchels are going to help us defeat some frog units, which will come from directions that we won't necessarily be able to see from the position that we will sit in. So it's nice to have them, and they make your life a lot easier.
Use a ration, a ration there, just for safety.
Now if you feel that guns are overpowered, well, you haven't seen the drum can yet. The drum can is one of the most overpowered weapons in the game, and the drum can knocks out enemies really fast. At this point, you just have to wait for frog units. It's kind of an auto-scroller at the same time, because you have to wait for waves to come. And it's quite an interesting part of the game. It's also a bit hard. It's basically the first action part of the game.
Alright, so that takes care of this floor. I'm gonna pick up their weapons. Their weapons I cannot use, a lot of them, but I can sell it to Drebin for the points, which I can use the points to buy other stuff later on in the run. So that's why every once in a while I'll go out of my way to pick something up. Even though I won't use it, I can sell the parts to Drebin. So now I'm going to set these sleep gas satchels in a specific spot to hopefully take care of some frogs that will spawn. That's 3, and then 1 more.
Akiba, what are you doing?
Just punch Akiba there twice just to skip the animation where, you know, if you're not familiar with the MGS4 run, where he defecates on himself. You can see his pants right there.
It's unfortunate when that happens on the battlefield.
Be careful not to hit Meryl with the barrel, because you can knock her out. So now I'm going to set off the sleep gas satchels that I placed earlier, and hopefully that takes out the frogs that spawn. Perfect.
That was quite good.
Yeah, so there I didn't have to fight any of the extra frogs that spawned on the other side of the map, where I had the sleep gas satchel set up. So I let the sleep gas satchels take care of those frogs, and then I just run the other way. And then I ran into Johnny with the barrel as well to wake him up. Do a barrel roll. We've done plenty of barrel rolls so far.
And we can do a lot more.
We will, yeah. We'll use the barrel one more time later on in the game before we put it away. We'll land on them.
Although it does make you wonder, where does Snake fit an entire drum can?
You don't want to know. This is not good. This is going to cost a little bit of time. I missed the first shot. So now we're going to get other people. Oh, maybe not. I think I got lucky there, because usually if you miss shots like that, I'll grab that. There we go. Usually if you miss your shots early and you set off the satchels, there's one more satchel I had upstairs, if you were paying attention. So if you miss your shots, that satchel could go off, but the enemies won't spawn in time, and you'll have to manually shoot them. But yeah. Why is it American in ESA? Hey, it's worldwide. And I got Makarov with me to balance it out.
Yes, at least I'm European.
Yep, there we go. Okay, so we're going to do another menu here. We are going to put the smoke grenade and the stun grenade.
Also, right now, it's not ESA, it is the United Kingdom Speedrunners Gathering, and we welcome all runners to our channel.
That's right. Okay. He's European Extreme. I like it, I like it.
You're not wrong.
The boss Extreme. Come on, we knew where he was getting at. Alright, so now these soldiers... that guy got wrecked. But they're sometimes annoying as they get in my way and bump me and all that. I want to place one shot on that. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this area. This is one of the worst areas in the game. If you want to do it fast, it's probably the hardest area in the game if you want to do this really fast. But I'm going to play it a little safe. I'm going to throw some smokes.
It's really easy to get spotted in this area because there are guards everywhere, and if you take the short route, which is the fastest, there's not a lot of cover.
Moved a little too fast, but you know, we're at the end of the area, so I won't get penalized too much. Alright, so we're doing 38 ammo count. Not great. I wish I had a little more ammo, because we're going to be using a lot of it in a little bit. But we'll see. Okay.
Now Spartyy will just pick up some weapons and some ammunition for those weapons. And here we will see the last use of the drum can. It was beautiful, isn't it?
Actually, we'll use it one more time in Act 2. So we still have a little more use for it.
The drum can sure is sturdy, isn't it?
I love the drum can. It's like the drum can takes place of the box, where you see the box used in MGS2, MGS3 a lot. But in MGS4, we're going to go with the barrel. Hopefully that smoke grenade lands on that guy, which it does, I think. Yep. That's a Kobe throw right there. Oh, nice headshot. Whatever. Last guy. And we're out of there. So that takes care of Act 1. So Panda, if you have anything you want to add, this is a great time.
Yeah, we haven't got any donations at the moment, but I'd like to update people on a couple of incentives that are coming up. We have returned Castle Choded. Choose which difficulty the runner will be doing. Hard mode is currently in the lead with $50, followed by easy with $16.11, and medium in last place with no donations. So if you want better dialogue, donate for medium, and if you really hate the runner, donate for hard mode.
Medium is an interesting choice to name a difficulty. Because MGS4, you get easy, you get normal, and then you get the hard extreme. I don't think I've heard medium. Okay, so we...
Medium is always a good choice.
Extra medium. So I said before, that was the hardest section to do it quickly. This is probably the second hardest section to do quickly. So the game gets a lot easier after this beginning section here. Okay.
Head for the research lab where Naomi's being held. It's to
So
the
getting through here without an alert would be the best case scenario. Second best case scenario is getting through here without using too much ammo. I'd like to have ammo left even if I do get an alert. So we're going to hold this guy up. Just because he could see us if we run past him. So I'm going to hold him up and keep running. We'll have our stun grenade ready. We'll turn on the night vision goggles, or the night vision mode on the solid eye. This guy has eagle eye. You can see me from all the way there. So if you miss any shots here, then it's really... It gets really difficult if you start missing shots. And I missed a shot. Which should be fine. Oh! Okay, it didn't give me a... actually, it did. Okay, so the backup team will be coming eventually. I want to take care of this guy. Alright, you go the other way. Okay, he's down. Now the backup team will come. There's going to be 2 guards. I want to take care of them. That's one. And that's another. Okay. I think everyone is out. And I have 11 shots left. So this was the perfect scenario. No alerts. I have double-digit ammo count. I think they put this. I think they put this area like in the hardest section because this call right here that I'm skipping, they really introduce you more to the psyche meter and how that affects Snake's movement and the battlefield. Because if you look at the top left, you have the life bar, and then below it, where it's separated into 4 sections, is the psych meter or the psyche meter. If that gets too low, then Snake gets knocked out quickly. Damage will be... You'll be severely more punished for taking damage. If you roll, Snake could have a back pain. So little stuff like that. So I want to keep that meter as high as possible. And my stress is at 8%, which is great. I don't want to get too close to these guys because they could hear your footsteps. Okay.
Basically, the higher your stress is, the more your aim shakes.
Right. Yeah, the shaking aim is another side effect of... I think once your psych meter goes down like 50%, then your aim starts to shake as well. So. And your health does not regenerate from now until the end of the boss fight. So if you have low health, you got to go into the boss fight at low health as well.
Now this area coming up is also really hard area to avoid alerting, because this is a very small battlefield with the enemies on one side and your not really allies but more non-hostile enemies on the other side, so it's hard to not get spotted here.
gonna chuck 2 grenades at that last guy. Hopefully it hits him. And it does. Nice. You can run all the way around this area as well to the right side. It's a little safer. It does take a while though.
He also did not get shot, which is a good thing.
Yeah. So one thing is the stray bullets is also a big thing in MGS4. Every once in a while you might catch one. Hopefully you don't catch like a critical shot in the head, but every once in a while you might get shot. And it will do damage. You just hope that it doesn't do much damage. Okay, we got 5 shots left. There's 1 guy in my way, and then I will be able to pick up another ammo pack. So let's take care of this guy. There's a sniper across the way. Hopefully he doesn't see me, which I don't think he did. Okay. So we're going to pick that up. We're going to pick up this javelin. We'll actually use that javelin. Warning shot here. It'll make this guy face the wall. Then I hold him up. Pick up a regain, which works as a ration, so. There we go. Pick that up as well. We'll sell it to Drebin. Collect some points.
Most of the points, the Drebin points that you acquire over the duration of the run are used in the later chapters, in the later acts. You don't really buy a lot in the first ones.
Right. At the end of Act 3 and Act 4 is where you'll do most of your purchases. So now a vehicle is coming along the way. I want to kind of prone here so that vehicle doesn't see me. If you're just standing straight up, he will see you. Or it will see you? I don't know. What are these, like salt mines, I guess? We go across.
Could be salt or could be cement to me.
Cement? I don't think those are cement. It's pretty wet. Maybe someone just put wet cement down and left, waiting for it to dry.
Maybe because of the graphics you can't really see that it's wet. I don't know.
I love how Snake runs in this game. It's like a jog slash walk slash power walk. We're gonna shoot this rock. Not because we hate the rock, but just to distract that guy. He's gonna call for backup. And I'm gonna shoot this guy. That guy is very important to knock out. He has a very special item that I want. So I'll pick it up from him. And you want to shoot him before this cutscene triggers because he might despawn if that cutscene triggers. So right here it's called the Master Key. I want to pick that up. Alright. So now I have a menu coming up. So I want the javelin. Buy some ammo for it. And then the M4, I want to equip what I just picked up, which is the Master Key. Now you can buy the Master Key from Drebin, but it's a ridiculous amount of points. So I'd rather get it for free from that guy.
The Master Key is basically just a pocket shotgun that attached to your gun, and it can fire regular shotgun pellets and non-lethal round, which is what Spartyy will use for the majority of the run.
Yep. Like Makarov said, it is a shotgun attachment. Now I need the non-lethal shotgun rounds, the V-rings as they're called. I'll still have to pick them up in the boss fight coming up. So now
Those V-rings.
Go ahead.
Those V-rings are going to take out the second phases of bosses really quickly, because each boss in this game has one phase. And the second phase is basically when the person inside transforms into the human form, and the Master Key with the V-rounds are going to take care of that boss really quickly.
I'm gonna pick up the claymores here. That'll come in handy later on. So remember the petrol bombs we picked up in Act 1 and the claymores we picked up in Act 2 here? We're all going to use it for a boss much later in the game.
Question: what's the reason you use the non-lethal ammo and not lethal ammo?
So one is the more people you kill, the less points you get rewarded at the end of each act. So if you look at the scorecard at the end of each act, the less people you kill, the more they'll reward you. So that's one. And then the other thing is, this is like a big boss kind of run, which is like a pacifist run, if you want to call it. So it's just personal preference. Some people don't care about the lethal, non-lethal part. They'll just lethal everything. So it really depends on how you want to play the game.
Thanks for that.
There's some frogs here. I want to throw 3 stuns. That should knock them all out. And then 3 waves of more frogs will start spawning. It's 1. It's 2 waves. 1 more wave. Alright, boss fight time, so I'll try to concentrate. Makarov can take over.
Alright, so we are going to fight Laughing Octopus. Laughing Octopus is a boss that can go invisible. And basically we have to find Laughing Octopus and shoot her. You have to look all around the building because I believe it is RNG the spot that she goes in, and you hope for good RNG, and if you find her you just shoot her with the javelin, and you do that until the first phase of the fight ends.
I've always been impressed with how inventive the Metal Gear Solid boss names are. You know, it's one of the best things that I've seen about naming a boss.
Yeah, we have a Laughing Octopus here. So after that, we have Raging Raven next. So you know, we'll go through all of them. But I definitely do enjoy the names of these bosses as well.
This one, for example, Laughing Octopus, is a play on words of Decoy Octopus, which is technically a boss in Metal Gear Solid 1, but you never see Decoy Octopus and you never fight Decoy Octopus. But Decoy Octopus is basically the person that you find in the cell right at the beginning of the game.
It's another mimic! Watch out, Snake!
Oh, 1 HP left. Unfortunate.
That can happen sometimes.
Yeah. Especially when she jumps up, it's harder to get a headshot on her if she goes up on the ceiling. And that's it. So now's a good time, Pan, if you want to read anything.
Yeah, no problem. No donations as of yet, so if you want a reading out, now's the time to get them sent through, and we will get through them. But you are watching the United Kingdom Speedrun Gathering. I'd like to thank ESA for supporting this marathon and providing us with this beautiful channel for streaming on. They share gear, technical assistance and sponsors. Be sure to check out their next event, Break the Record Live Minecraft, next weekend. followed by Break the Record Live Super Mario Sunshine on the 28th to the 30th of May. And do them a solid for all the support they do. If you got Prime Gaming, drop them a sub, and you're helping us by proxy.
Alright, thank you. So now...
So there you saw phase 2 of the fight, which is the beauty form as it's called. And you just lay down, roll a little bit and shoot the boss with V-rings. That's basically what Spartyy is going to do for all of the other boss fights.
Didn't want to prone. Yeah. Yeah, the V-rings are the... Like Makarov was saying, it's the non-lethal shotgun, so we'll use those for the beauty phase. Now the beast phase of all the B&B Corp, like Laughing Octopus, the first phase does not count as a kill. So even if you take out all the health, it does not count as a kill. But the second phase, when they are in their beauty form, if you take out all the health instead, it will count as a kill. So that's why the first phase doesn't really matter how you take care of them, just whatever's the fastest. But the second phase, if you don't want it to count as a kill, then you do want to take their stamina bar out. So each boss will have the same kind of life bar as Snake, which means like one is the life bar up top, and then they have the psyche meter at the bottom.
That's weird. Naomi's shoe prints just vanish, but just hers.
Nothing much to do here, but just go from point A to point B and the other side of this map. It's a fairly large area you have to cover. There's some enemies between you and where you need to go. You're just trying to follow, what's her name? That lady.
Naomi.
Naomi. There you go. I was about to call her paramedic for some reason.
Well, both of them are annoying, so I mean, I don't see any difference.
Naomi's more annoying.
Definitely.
Especially MGS4 Naomi. It's like takes annoying to another level.
But still, if you play Metal Gear Solid 1 on console, the longest codecs are always the one with Naomi in them.
She definitely has to talk a lot.
I'm noticing more footprints now. Security's getting tighter.
Alright, so now we have an on-rail section. The main point of this section is you want to take out the soldiers that are wearing the mech suits. They're the ones in your way. The other soldiers don't matter. You can ignore them. So you can speed this area up if you can take out the mech suit soldiers as quickly as possible. So you can decide to shoot them with this turret. It'll count as a kill. We'll try to do it non-lethally.
In this area, it's very important that you keep an eye on the stress meter.
Watch your aim, Snake.
Okay, so that guy's taken care of.
Destroy those powered suits.
This guy's taken care of as well, so now more will spawn over there.
Snake, you have to open up a path. Do whatever it takes.
And then these guys want to get on the vehicle. Just knock them out real quick.
Small arms won't do you much good.
And probably the ground is too hot and they want to get on the metal, which is obviously colder.
Let's reload. And you know, you thought that that Survive introduced zombies to Metal Gear? Nope. MGS4 had zombies as well. Look at these guys. Alright, so here you just want to take out all the, what are these things called? The geckos?
Yes, indeed, they're called geckos. I don't know why, because they don't look like
There's
it.
geckos, there's dwarf geckos, there's mini geckos. So just don't die, shoot geckos. And this guy wants to be a tough guy. We got another tough guy climbing up as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my ration in case I need it. Can't see what I'm shooting at because this guy. Okay. Get out of my way. Cannot see through the smoke. I'm just shooting blindly. Shoot at this guy.
Ideally, these geckos have spots, where if you shoot those spots, you deal a little bit more damage, and ideally you want to hit those spots.
Yeah, some call them the cow robots because they moo for some reason. And here we have the next boss. It's the gate boss. I don't know what this gate is made out of, but they need to make everything out of this game from this gate.
The gate! Snake, shoot the gate!
In MGS3 you have the ladder boss. In MGS4 they introduced the gate boss.
Now, we would like to sing the gatekeeper, however that is trademarked by Jaguar.
I do not know the lyrics to that. To sing that. And nobody wants to see that either. Leave it to the pros. One side is down. I'll focus on the other one. And
The gate! Snake, shoot the gate!
there we go. So that's down as well.
Get ready for some speed!
That gate surely is made of something that is not found on this planet.
One, you're right. And two, don't call me Shirley.
It's unobtainium.
Makes sense.
They can't hit what they can't hit!
More geckos to shoot at.
Those gecko will try to ram you. Don't let them get too close.
And there's one more over here. It's not a gecko, but it's a vehicle. You shoot at it, it turns into a darker color. That's all it does. I don't know why. You get like 50 Dragon points from shooting it. Alright, we're winding down.
Hang on! It's gonna get bumpy!
Look at Snake, he's like off the turret, right here. And then he magically goes back on the turret.
Up front! Here they come!
I don't know, Snake is just...
Hold on tight!
The whole vehicle is about to fall off the cliff and he's just hanging on with his fingers on the vehicle. Nothing to grasp to.
You can do it.
My stress is pretty high.
Don't fall off!
It doesn't really matter though. We have our rations equipped in case we take any stray bullets or... So we're almost at the end of Act 2. Just have one more section to complete.
Raiden's keeping
So
them
since my
busy.
stress is high, I don't want to roll. As I mentioned earlier, if you roll, there's a chance Snake can have back pain, so I'm just gonna hop over it.
Get out of there quick.
He's obviously forgotten his breathing exercises to reduce stress.
Run, Snake, run!
You can actually call... What's her name? What's her name, Mac?
Rose.
Rose? Yeah, Rose. You can call her and she'll help you with your stress meter, but we don't have time for that. And you can do some other things with Rose, but get into that in another stream. Alright, that's the end of Act 2. On to Act 3. So if you love Assassin's Creed style missions where you're following a guy and eavesdropping, well, you're in for a treat.
I would say that this act, well, not the act itself, this section is the main thing that makes people not want to run this game.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no way to speed this up. Like, you just have to follow the resistance guy from one side of the map to the other 3 times. And the map itself isn't fairly large, but if you've ever been in like a Disneyland ride and you're waiting in line, like you look at the line, it doesn't seem that long, but then the line just snakes around like 30 times. And then you're like, yeah, this is going to take forever. So this guy doesn't take the most optimal path through this area.
And not only that, there is also RNG. He can go in multiple directions.
Alright, so at the beginning, we're just going to equip our disguise. So now everyone thinks we're Laughing Octopus. So we are going to be friendly to all the soldiers in here because they think we're her. They don't know that we just killed her in South America. We are in Eastern Europe now. So this guy, everyone hates this guy that runs MGS4. He walks slow. He's annoying. He wears a bike helmet later.
You found a resistance member. It's time to start tailing them. Get on it, Snake.
It sounds like the most
The
annoying
Interceptor has analyzed a PMC data transmission.
escort mission known
It's
to
marked
man.
the location
Oh, yeah.
of a resistance member on your
It's
map.
definitely up there.
Is it up there with the 007 mission? In
Nah.
GoldenEye, I think it is.
I don't know. But it's definitely up there with one of the worst escort missions.
And you have to be in close proximity of him to make him advance. You can't just run towards the end of the end of the map where you think he's going to go. He just won't move.
I don't know, he probably has a spider sense and can detect when somebody's near.
Well, he can only detect me because he cannot detect these guys. He just runs right into them. So that's why I'm trying to knock them out so he has a clean path to walk. The one thing in MGS4 is the Mark II, the tranq pistol, is very potent. Like 2 shots anywhere will knock them out. Like if you've run MGS2, MGS3 on the hardest difficulties and you don't get headshots, they take forever to fall asleep. You have to spam so many shots if it's not a headshot. But in 4, 2 shots anywhere, they get knocked out in a second or 2. So you don't want this guy to see you. You can get really close to him. You can get right behind him. Almost touch him if you want. But just don't have him see you. And he's very oblivious as to what's going on around him.
I think that I like his walk more than Snake's.
His walk, this little swag walk. Alright, I'm just gonna wait here a little, let him get started on his walk, then I'll start moving as well. Okay, he's moving, so I'm moving. It's take care of these guys. So now I'm gonna move these guys out of the way. It's not a huge time save, but there's nothing else for me to do. Because when you see soldiers knocked out in front of him, he usually waits a few seconds and looks at them, then continues on. So why not save those few seconds? As he's relieving himself over there by the statues. The man had to go. Yeah, should be good. Shouldn't be able to see them from here.
Looks like a standard Saturday night out in Glasgow. Dragging your friends who've had a few too many sherbets.
I heard that was Panda last weekend.
No, last weekend I was in the hospital with appendicitis.
Oh,
So definitely not me.
never mind. It definitely wasn't you. Hope you're recovering well.
Yeah, they've got me up to my eyeballs in antibiotics and I'm doing fine.
Got a fighter. Alright, come on, buddy. Let's pick it up.
We were not kidding when we said that there's literally nothing to do in this section.
Yep. It would be okay if we could just run to the end of the section and wait for him and just put our controller down, set a timer, go make a sandwich, go make a drink, come back. But you cannot. You have to follow him closely.
So no toilet breaks in this room.
No, unless you want to lose that much time. So don't be having Taco Bell before you run MGS4.
We don't actually have Taco Bell over here.
Do you like it?
I like tacos.
Who doesn't? There's one guy in the Metal Gear Solid community who does not like tacos.
I've never eaten tacos.
You've never had tacos.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to kick you out of the stream for that then.
Well, Makarov, it's been fun. Thanks for commentating so far. But we need you to go get some tacos right now.
We will accept a chimichanga.
A burrito? We'll accept those as well.
I would, but the stores are closed.
Alright, tomorrow. That's your mission.
Apparently I've been told that there's 2 Taco Bells in Glasgow. So apparently I'm wrong.
Oh,
There's definitely none around where I live though.
sounds like you know where to go next.
Yep, 1 train journey up to Glasgow. Sit on a train for about 6 hours.
Worth it for Taco Bell. First experience.
Yeah, I bet ours is nothing like yours though.
Maybe, maybe not. Only one way to find out.
So a 6-hour train journey followed by a 12-hour transatlantic flight.
They have no concept of what spicy. Yeah, it's not that spicy. That's the thing. You can get the spiciest sauce they have. It's not that spicy. And I'm somebody who can barely take spicy food. But I will say, Taco Bell is not spicy at all. Yeah.
Heard good things about Chick-fil-A as well.
Oh, Chick-fil-A is really good. Highly recommend Chick-fil-A.
So 2 birds, 1 stone.
Man. What I'd give to try Taco Bell and Chick-fil-A for the first time. Sounds like a road trip worth having.
As an adult, and you can actually enjoy it.
Alright, we're gonna take care of these 2 guys because they're in our way.
Well, we've got a few minutes then. I'll just shout out a couple more of the incentives we've got. We've got Mirror's Edge category bid war between inbounds and 100%. 100% is currently winning $80.43 to $10. So if you want to see the inbounds instead of 100%, put your money where your mouth is. And if you want to see more Mirror's Edge, put your money where your mouth is and increase that gap.
Cheeky Nando's? I never had... We don't have Nando's here, so I don't know.
It's peri peri chicken.
It's always good. Go for that. Alright, we're coming up to our last section of the resistance trailing. This is the last area. Unfortunately, it is a long area, so...
Now I'm wondering, how did that guy not see you when you went right past his face?
He goes into the loading screen, so he is already way past into the loading screen, so he doesn't interact with you. So I'm gonna shoot
Now that's
him.
what I call an oblivious person.
Yeah.
There's something fishy about
Oh,
that
unfortunately, he went to the
PMC
alley. He can either run to this alley to my right, or he can run way up the map. You want him to run up the map in the road, but if he runs into this alley, you just want to wait here for him to come back. There he is. If you look closely, he has a bicycle helmet on to try to fool all the soldiers.
Looks like they're conducting vehicle patrols. Watch out for them, Snake.
It's kind of pointy in the back. Just let him get up the map slowly. So the one thing you don't want to do is like interact with him. So if you interact with him, he'll stop, he'll stare, and it'll just take even more time.
I think that he was just riding a bicycle and forgot to bring his helmet, so he had to use the bicycle helmet, you know?
Mm-hmm. So these enemies still, because you're wearing the beauty face mask, they'll treat you as friendly as long as you don't have a weapon equipped. If you whip out a weapon, they'll start shooting at you. Then you'll get an alert. It's all bad, so... As you can see, I don't have anything equipped. Just the solid eye. So now they go into a diamond formation and they start walking. This guy ventures off to the right. I'm going to take his place. Keep the formation going. This is what you have to do. You got to entertain yourself in this area.
It would be nice if they walked faster.
Well, at least if they walk the same speed you walk. This is like the slowest... I think you could crawl faster than they walk. Hopefully he doesn't get run over by that car. Oh, is he gonna get run over? Oh, he got run over!
Resistance!
Did he die? Yeah, he's dead. Bye-bye, resistance. So another one is going to spawn in his place. That can happen.
Well, you don't see that too often, but it's nice to see it in a marathon.
If you time it right, I think it's because, you know, I missed the shot, so the timing got thrown off. He went into the alley. So now you just want to wait.
Kid is why you look both ways before you cross the road.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So now he's going to spawn again to that same area in the little alley. There he goes. All the way. Now he's going to come all the way around again. Alright, let's go follow him. He's gonna pick up the pace though this time, second time around. The resistance. It's funny because if you kill him, you'll get a game over. But if the truck kill or the Jeep kills him, they don't care. Just another one spawns in his place. Alright, come on. Stop tying your shoe. Let's go.
Now he's looking when there's no car.
These guys are trying to get into their formation again. But that guy's already gone. So if this happens in one of your runs, yeah, you're gonna have to restart. Alright, he's gonna try to cross the street one more time. Let's hope he doesn't get run over again. It's funny, this is the only area where the car won't stop for him. Everywhere else, the car will stop before they run him over. But this intersection right here is the only place where they just don't.
So we will just keep on walking until we reach the end of this area and the end of this section, which thankfully goes into a section with a lot more action and less walking around.
We see some birds flying around, a little foreshadowing of what's to come. If you were in the elevators and the cargo elevators in MGS1, you see birds flying around there as well. Like this.
Reminds me of a minigun.
Further resistance, raise a sword.
MGS4 in general is just filled with references to other Metal Gear games.
So here, you can put your controller down. Wait for him to cross all the way to the other side. You don't have to be too close to him in this section, so I'm gonna stretch a little bit. Ugh. Have a sip of coffee.
No caffeine for us. It's 9:30 in the evening, so I would not be getting any sleep.
It's only 1:30 p.m. for me, so doing all right. We're gonna let this guy continue walking. We'll start moving soon. Oh, we'll start walking now. I want to go into this alley and shoot some of these guards because I want their items. So let's go here.
I wonder if there is even a theoretical way to skip this section.
I've tried for a long time. I've tried dragging the guy to the end. I've tried pushing him into the loading zone. But so far no luck. So if anybody can tell me how to skip this area without doing the save and load and run to the end strat, because in the multi-segment runs, you do skip all this. You just let them run to the end, you save, you load, and all the time doesn't count. But in a single segment, no saves type of strat, that's not viable. And we are done. He has walked to his destination.
And coming up, we have a bike chase, which, if you played Metal Gear Solid 3, might ring a few bells. So for the longest time, this was basically the hardest part of the boss extreme run. But some recent discoveries and new strategies made this a lot easier. And basically, all of that boils down to specific points where you throw grenades and the order in which you take out the guards.
Right. I'm still a little rusty in this. I need to practice it a little more. Haven't played this game in a while, so I'm gonna have my rations equipped just in case things don't go right. Okay, we're gonna do a little menuing before we start. So we're gonna equip our smoke grenade, and we're going to equip our XM25. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have the stun grenade ready.
Here you can see that Spartyy is shooting barrels, but you might wonder, isn't that a kill? But it isn't, the barrel killed that guard, you didn't kill it.
Yep, like other MGS, if you shoot explosives and that kills the soldiers, it does not count as a kill. Like here, shoot the barrel, kills those guys, but it does not go on your record that you killed them.
By that theory then, surely it's the bullet that kills them and not you.
But the bullet is directly coming from you. That's the loophole.
Well, but you accidentally fired at the gun, it was not your fault.
Yeah, he walked
Accidentally. Maybe if you ricochet the gun, like Ocelot does, doesn't count as a kill, but Snake doesn't know how to do that.
Well, your finger slipped on the controller.
Well, the only blessing from this section is you're not following a train like in Grand Theft Auto.
The other part is this van can blow up. You have a van health bar next to Snake. So you want to protect the van as well as protecting yourself. You'll see kind of enemies jump on top of the van, so you want to just shoot them down as quickly as possible.
Attack the enemy from behind. Open up that checkpoint. Here we go. Hold on. There's too many of them.
You can see that Eva still knows how to do stunts, just like in MGS3.
Here they come.
So another frog will jump on the van, attempt to shoot it down. So you want to take care of that frog.
Enemy dead ahead. Stop right there.
Like that. We'll shoot the barrel over there.
12 o'clock.
Another frog.
Need help in front.
Nice. No rations used in the first section, I think. Wasn't really paying attention. Maybe I used one?
You did not.
This is the more difficult area to not use any rations.
I've got bad news. The decoy vans have all bitten the dust.
And you regain your
Which
health
means the enemy
in this
will be
section.
focusing on you now. I just
So
need
you want to
hold
use
them
this
off.
XM25 to shoot Raven. Like that. Now she has a damage cap of 25%. And that shot from that XM25 will do 25% damage.
Enemy dead ahead.
And there's all this other stuff going on, you don't have to worry about it at all. Like all these other minions of hers, they don't do any damage. You can just ignore them. You can shoot them down. You get about 100 Drebin points for each one, which is not enough to make it worth anything, so I don't even bother.
Jump in with a quick donation.
Yep, go ahead.
Enemy dead ahead.
We got $5 from our very own BT. So with a comment, I cannot stand to allow Castle Troded to have good dialogue. That defeats the purpose, so let's increase it. I vote against, and that's gone to the hard category.
Thank you. So here, we're just gonna auto aim. As soon as you see the auto aim light up, you want to shoot. Like that. If you're a little late, then you'll miss, and then this guy's really annoying because he's gonna hide behind the turret, and you're gonna try to shoot him. Not fun.
Need help in front. Oh, what's the matter? Need help in front.
There's not really a lot that goes on or that is difficult in this particular section of the factions. As Spartyy said, you're mostly safe to not do anything unless you have to.
Nice work.
I'm fine.
I wonder if that's the same sniper from Act 2. Might be.
And that's how you do it with no rations used. A little rusty, messed up a few parts. But it's really not that difficult once you practice it a bunch of times.
I think we lost them.
But now, coming up for the next boss fight, Spartyy is going to attempt a quick kill, which is quite difficult to pull off.
You can't do a quick
Oh.
kill in New Game.
Oh,
So
yeah,
the
that's...
the quick kill is in New Game Plus when you have the railgun. But this is going to be a little different.
Yeah, I forgot you don't have the railgun.
Right. So that's where the New Game Plus strat comes in, where the railgun kind of destroys her in one shot. But you know what? We're going to try to do it with the Javelin, which is slower, definitely. But we do with what we have.
Panda wants big boom.
I would argue it's actually more fun to do it with a javelin.
Missed that one. That's fine. Okay, she's gonna fly around and eventually come back inside the building. Come on. I'm gonna use one ration, pick this one up here. There she is. Nice shot. That's a crit. That's a good shot as well. Nice damage.
The fight is going pretty well so far.
I think she's chilling up there. Where is she? Yeah, she's just hanging out. Okay, so we only have one shot left. Let's buy some more. And we're just gonna wait for her.
Something's coming! Get out of there, Snake!
Nah, I'm just gonna use my ration Otacon. There. Alright, where is she? There she is. Did you escape? Nice.
That was a nice shot. Very nice shot.
I usually, when she's flying around like that, I shoot at the wall just to get splash damage on her. Like that. I don't even try to aim for her, because if you miss and it goes through one of the windows, then she just flies away and you have to wait more. Hey, what's up, Lan?
Snake,
Thanks for the good luck.
She's come out of her suit. Watch
Now
out.
here,
She's
just
gonna
like
try
the
to
other
grab you.
beauty forms, you just lay down, roll a little bit, and shoot her with the bearings.
And that is Act 3. Got 2 more acts left. So it was a good act, aside from, you know, the Resistance member getting run over.
I believe that you want to change games, right, Spartyy?
I think I shall. So we had a MGS1 league in the Metal Gear Speedrunners community. I might practice a little bit more for that.
Yeah, MGS1 is more fun by far. However, sadly, you cannot exit the game unless you skip all of these cutscenes, and the chapter is just a quirk of the game. But now we can just play MGS1.
Load in. It's funny, I think I saw Jag, or was it Joe? Someone did this, and they went like to the main menu and clicked in like they were going into MGS1.
Yeah, that
like-
was Jag.
I'm like, if you misclick one button, it's a very high risk you're taking there.
MGS1 does take a while to load. So many
It's
assets.
the console version. Oh, here we go.
Keep in mind it has to load the entire game. And look how beautiful it looks. So for
Giving you the
helipad,
proper retro experience.
yes. So their Spartyy avoided taking damage. That's really hard to do, and you could have seen a lot of mistakes during the MGS1 league that we had. What's going on? Something's weird.
It's funny because in MGS1 League, I'm so used to playing it on PC where you have the hotkeys. Right, as soon as I picked up the chaff grenade, my hand was like already moving towards the keyboard to hotkey the chaff grenade.
Well, if you find a way to not open your menus, I will give you $1. See, that's a very small time save. So if you find a way to enable weapon hotkeys, you can win $1.
Head west and find that
Whole dollar.
Did you get something from Taco Bell with that?
I don't. Actually, you can. Yeah, something very small, like 2 bites. So chaff grenades are very scarce in this game. You cannot buy them. So I have 2. I'm gonna pick up 2 more here. And there we go. So we only have 4 to work with in the whole game.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly high.
Use one here.
Who's that?
Nice to meet you, Snake.
So if you're used to MGS1,
Speak to a living legend like yourself.
so the tank hangar,
What's wrong?
we're gonna go into the canyon where you fight the tank. And then into the nuke building.
Just make sure to hold the up and right and throw the chaff immediately.
Who are you? One of your fans.
So the difference here is now you can actually use your weapons in the nuclear building. Just have to run to this door, get a codec call. And then we're gonna go back upstairs, take the elevator to where we fought Ninja in MGS1.
But first you have to pick up the Nikita.
I checked the APU on this floor and engaged the generator.
I think
Energy
Otacon
output
has
is
us,
low,
has us
but
covered
it
for
should be
that.
enough to power the elevator. Try the
You have to press it
elevator.
twice to
See
make
if
it
it's
go
working.
faster. I didn't get fast elevator.
Well, that's a shame.
Hopefully the next one is a fast elevator.
Basically, a fast elevator is an elevator that comes down faster. It's RNG if you get it or not.
Okay. First, go down the central
Here,
hall.
for some reason, you have 60
Don't worry,
FPS,
it's not
pretty close to it
electrified anymore.
in this hallway. Game feels so smooth. Alright, we're gonna put a passcode here to get 100,000 Drebin points and buy the M82.
I think
Okay, so let's go to Drebin shop, go to the rifles, and you want to pick up this right here. M82A2. We're gonna equip what we just bought and buy some ammo for it. And we are good to go. And this is why you want the M82.
we've got Gecko.
Turns out it's really effective against geckos.
Slow elevator again, unfortunately.
Okay, Snake. Take the stairs down and go to the north door. I'll open open it for you with
So this is
mark
the
3.
main reason why the M82 is so good, is because of this section here. A dwarf gecko comes out now. The only thing that can damage this dwarf gecko on new game is the M82. You can't damage it with anything else. So your other option is to run around for like 3 minutes while Otacon opens this door. But the M82, you can actually kill it. So the trigger is either the timer runs out, a timer will start playing on the screen soon, or you kill this gecko, whatever comes first. So right there you have 3 minutes.
More gecko. The Mark 3 is totally defenseless while working on the door.
But if you kill that
You'll have
gecko,
to
then
distract
the timer
so they don't fight.
will go away, and the door will open.
Okay, Snake, it's open now.
Alright, probably the hardest boss fight coming up. I love this
So,
boss fight and hate this boss fight, so I'll let Makarov take over while I try to concentrate.
So, if you ever played the Metal Gear Solid 1, you might know the two wolf boss fights. Well, they're pretty hard in MGS1, but in MGS4, we have another wolf fight against Crying Wolf. This fight can either be amazing or your worst nightmare. First of all, the position where Crying Wolf spawns is completely random, and you want an ideal position to get a fast fight with no alerts. So Spartyy will now look for Crying Wolf's position and approach her. Then Spartyy will have to take out the frogs that are in the way and damage Crying Wolf. Now that's what's supposed to happen, however this has a lot of variance, so we'll see what happens.
No, she's running away. That was a really good spot too, but I butchered it. So now I'm either stuck with trying to start this fight over or trying to salvage it. I'll try to salvage it for a little bit, but if it doesn't work, then I'm just going to start it over.
This fight can either be 2 or 3 minutes long, or it can be like 40 minutes long. It has a lot of variance.
Oh yeah. So now I'm trying to look for her. I think she's on the right side. So if this doesn't work, I might just restart the fight and try it again. Because I got a good spawn position. She was right in front of me, but unfortunately I missed some of the crit shots, or the stun grenade shots. Okay, so she's over there.
Sometimes it's best to just take a continue when
Yeah.
nothing works.
So I'll try to save it once. If it doesn't work, I'll just take a continue and try it again. Kind of see her on my radar. Whew.
Nice.
That's why I always pick up extra smoke grenades and stun grenades. Just for Wolf. Alright. So we're out of Wolf. which is probably the scariest boss in the game. Okay, so now we need to bring back our chaff grenade. And let's equip that. So again, chaff grenade's very limited in this run, so I'm going to use one here, so I'll have 2 left. And I'll save the last 2 for the end of the game.
Snake. I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter. What about her?
For a donation, if you've got time.
Of course.
Kill me.
From Jack of Hearts, $5. Snake. Snake. Nay! Can we get a $5 train going, guys?
And sent my brother home.
Thank you very much, Jack.
I vowed revenge.
But I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
I vowed revenge.
Okay, now we're in the basement floor. It's just crawling with geckos and dwarf geckos everywhere, so... Put a distraction shot over there. Make that gecko turn around. Don't get caught by that laser.
And this room is actually quite complicated if you want to avoid alerts.
I think I'm a little late. This gecko might turn around and see me. Nope, never mind. It's pretty close though. Pretty close. Okay, so here you cannot get an alert or else the door won't open. So
Finally. It's just up ahead. The hangar's just a little bit further. Stay en route.
wait for that laser to pass by. And we are good to go. Alright, vamp boss fight. Makarov, if you want to take over.
So, do you remember those petrol bombs and claymores that we picked up in chapter 1 and 2? Well, we're going to use it for this fight. Now, Vamp can go in a few different directions, but we hope that Vamp will go to the right of a specific, I don't know how to call it, a specific thing in the middle of the arena. There we're going to put a claymore. Vamp will ideally go into that claymore, and then we will throw petrol bombs at him. If we do that correctly, he should die quite fast.
Please.
It's looking quite good.
Yes! You did it, Snake!
Right, now that he's down, we have to go behind him and inject him with nanomachines.
Okay. Now it is time for the dwarf fight.
Those are suicide geckos. They blow up and they take us with them. You've got to keep them
This is all on a
back.
timer, but you can die if you don't shoot all these geckos. So as you can see on the right side, Vamp and Raiden are dueling it out on top of, just on top where we are, up there. And we're just trying to protect Raiden from these geckos. So the geckos can shoot you, or they can come really close to you and kind of use a self-destruct mechanism. But we don't want any of that. Like this one.
Nice, Snake. Watch out.
So more geckos will just continue to spawn. And we're just trying to protect ourselves as well as Raiden from these geckos. Hey, what's up, Argic? Thank you for the raid.
Here they come again. Hang in there, Snake. Don't give up.
I think there's one behind me. Yeah, this guy always tries to sneak behind you.
Above you. They're coming from above.
Hello to all the people who just joined us in the raid. You are now watching the United Kingdom speedrunning gathering with the runner Spartyy running Metal Gear Solid 4.
Okay, there's one more left from this wave. It's up there.
That's it, Snake. Just like that, Snake.
If you could kind of make it out. Where are they? Right there.
Can't do it. No, I can't. I can't shoot.
Yeah, I think I prefer the angle on the right compared to the one on the left.
Now the geckos will start to be more aggressive and jump in front of you.
Nice, Snake. Watch out, Snake.
Like this one. And this one.
Nice, Snake.
Okay, now the vamp is gone. We gotta escape from Shadow Moses with Rex.
Snake.
And something interesting about this section, the music is really good, but the game is so loud you can't hear the music.
Yeah, some sections of MGS4, the sound effects are so loud that it just masks everything else.
Check it out before
And this is one of them. You can't actually die if you're just like walking at a normal pace. Because your health does go by pretty quickly, so we're just lunging, trying to go as fast as possible.
got you back.
Well, this is another snake. This is not the snake in MGS3. This is a different snake. This is the snake you see in MGS1 and MGS2. A lot of snakes. Have you seen there's an interview with the voice actor that does Meryl's voice? And they asked her who Raiden was, and she said, is he one of the snakes? Which is pretty funny to me. Like, I don't expect her to know the whole lore of Metal Gear Solid. That was a funny answer. Alright, we're almost at the end. We're going to try to do the quick kills to Ray. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So hopefully it works this time. If not, we'll just fight him the old school way.
It really saves a lot of time if you get it, but you never know if you're going to get it. But it does look cool, so hopefully we'll get it.
Close to
And we got it.
Nice. You can see how easily you can defeat Ray. However, if you do not get this fast kill, the fight can go on for quite a long time.
Yeah, that right there makes or breaks runs sometimes. It's unfortunate when you don't get the fast kill and your run is dead, but luckily we got it there. So on to Act 4. So I keep looking down because there's a lot of menus in this game and I don't have it memorized. So I wrote them down in this scratch paper right before I did this race or this run.
I like your handwriting.
Thank you. It was like 5 minutes before this started. I'm like scratching things out and writing it quickly. Okay, so we gotta do a menu at the beginning to get our right weapons in. Tool assisted? Is that a tool assisted? Okay, so what do I need? Stun, chaff. So I need stun, I need chaff, I need smoke, I need my trusty Mark II pistol. That should be good. So here, if you get an alert, you might as well start over. Because
welcome to Haven. Enemy units are already on their way. Break through their
see, how many smokes do I have? I have one smoke grenade, so unfortunately I won't be able to do the fast, what do you call it? Like the... Hopefully this works. If it doesn't,
there are a lot of fog units in a very small area, so it's really easy to get spotted in this section.
So let's try to just get out of here without... So if I can open this door, I'll continue. If not, I'll just take a reset. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to reset. Because this gecko is not being friendly. Look at this gecko. Just destroying me. Wrecked. Alright, let's try it again. Snake. So unfortunately, we wasted so much of the stun and smoke against the wolf that we are short on all of them. So let's try it again. Smoke grenade. We'll have one of these. All right, let's do it.
Good job, Snake. You made it on board. Welcome to Haven. Enemy units are already on their way. Break through their defenses and find GW's server room.
A quick reminder while we're going through this section again, we are raising money to support Crisis, a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. So anything you give will be given to the charity, and it will be graciously appreciated.
Snake, use
Okay.
that watertight
So I'm gonna wait for this gecko to come down. Maybe I could use the Mark 82. Alright, we're just gonna... The M82 here, we're just gonna do some... Where is it? Now it doesn't want to come shoot me. Okay. That was weird. But we are out of there. The good thing is, no one enters that door, which is weird. Look at this. Like, they're afraid to come through this door. So they don't know where you are. You just have to wait for the evasion to run out. But once it does, you can continue on like that. They're like, no, the door! You can't go through it. There's a mystical barrier blocking it.
They don't have the correct clearance.
Obviously not.
They have their own keycard.
Yeah, the ragdoll physics in MGS4 is so good. When you get hit with the... Some wild stuff can happen if you get hit with the geckos with the leg sweep. It just goes flying in the air. So there is a skip you can do with these frogs, but I don't have enough smoke grenades to pull it off. So we're going to fight them all the old-fashioned way. Unless I get lucky and there is a smoke? No. Alright, let's do it the old-fashioned way. We have to take them all out. Just because I wasted so many smokes versus Wolf.
Meryl's in danger. Take out the enemy before they get to her.
Okay, that's one. He's gonna jump down. Don't lock me. Nice. Okay, one more before this wave is over. Okay. Please stop running. There you go. So that's the first wave. Now, you can skip these other waves, but you need 3 smoke grenades at least. Which I do not have, so... We're just gonna use our ration and take them out. And you got plenty of bullets as well. Alright. There we go. And then one more on this side. There we go. Now a second wave will come spawn. We have to take care of them as well. Nice. We still have 2 rations to use, which is good. This one wants to just hide behind this pillar, which is fine. There's one on each side of me as well. Alright, come on. There we go. So there's 2 left. If I can find them. There's one. Stop moving. And one more left. There we go. Alright, then we go to the boss fight. So use the syringe or else your aim starts to sway everywhere. And then we're going to use the shotgun attachment to shoot at Mantis's doll. So the game
You will
can...
see that.
Go ahead, Makarov.
you will see that we will kill Mantis in a very specific way that is quite interesting and takes advantage of the DualShock 3.
So you can get a game over 2 ways here. Either your life runs out or you kill Meryl. So you want to be careful where you're shooting, because Mantis will attempt to put her between you and
Even if she
Mantis.
tries to hurt you, Meryl's not acting of her own free will.
Just want to follow it, close the distance,
Knock her out if you have to, but don't hurt
because if you're too far away, the shotgun spread doesn't really hit Mantis. So you want to try to close the gap as much as possible. So now, like the MGS1, you gotta try to just shoot the doll quickly. I think one more shot, the doll will be free. There it is. Now you want to track where the doll is, pick it up, and then equip that. So we're gonna equip it instead of the M82. Let's take that out. Since we don't have any more chaffs, we need to keep that in mind and whip out our. Should we have the drum can? Okay, that's fine. So now let's equip the Mantis doll. So here, now use the controller and just swing it wildly in the air. If you don't have the motion sense DualShock controller, you could actually use the right stick in that section. Okay, let's do this. Put in the V-rings. And then one more boss fight left.
From this point, the game almost becomes just a walking simulator.
And crawling simulator.
Enough is enough, Snake. You can't take any more of it. It's not about winning or losing.
Tons of dying men enforce attention like deep pond where words are spent. They are seldom.
So unfortunately, don't have a chaff grenade to do the next section optimally, so we're just gonna wing it.
You were the lightning left. You can still shine through the darkness.
Go! Hurry!
Sorry.
We'll meet again on the other side.
Time to do your duty. Failure will spell doom for the human race.
Go!
Okay, so I'm gonna use our ration here and roll 10. Don't even need to use our ration. Alright, if you have anything you want to read, now is the perfect time while Snake gets blasted with X-rays. Or microwaves, excuse me.
Yeah. Again, you're watching the UK Speedrunners Gathering Spring 2021. Normally a 2-day speedrunning marathon held 4 times a year in Glasgow, but due to the current situation, we're bringing you 3 days of exciting speedruns like Metal Gear Solid 4, on the comfort of our host, yours. We're raising money to support Crisis, and 100% of your donations will go to that cause. We've got a couple of incentives that you can still bid on, which is difficulty choice for Return to Castle Chorded, easy, medium or hard. Hard is out in the lead by a fair bit, $55 to $16 for easy and $5 for medium. And Mirror's Edge, inbounds versus 100%. 100% is ahead at $80 to $10. So if you want any of them to change, please donate.
So went from crawling simulator or walking simulator to crawling. They just mash triangle to make Snake move. That's all I'm doing. I don't know why Snake needs to go here. Can't he just give like some blood to the Metal Gear and just say, here, use this? Go to the end. And then I'll meet you on the other side.
What happens if he gets an infection?
I mean, he's bled a lot already, so. Just picks him up off the ground.
Do they have enough left then? That's the question.
Alright, almost to the end. We see the door. You get to the door and the Metal Gear opens it for you anyway.
We're running out of time. You've got to keep moving. Please.
I like the fact on the top screen she's just going absolutely manic at having some eggs to eat.
She's connected to Snake, I like to think. Okay. So last fight. With Liquid Ocelot, it's broken up into 3 phases. So I'll let Makarov explain all the phases.
So the 3 phases are the MGS1 phase, the MGS2 phase, and the MGS3 phase, and then you have an MGS4 phase, which isn't really a phase at all. So for the first phase, it's basically like fighting Liquid in MGS1.
I had a pretty good Liquid Infinite.
You did? Can you do the same now?
Alright, let me start it first. We'll see if I can do the same thing. I was using D-pad, which is funny. But you can't use D-pad here.
This is the hardest difficulty. You thought he would know how to block a punch.
He's not very good on defense, but his offense is really good. He can take a chunk of your health out.
Especially in phase 2.
Yeah, here. This is the most dangerous phase because he throws his haymaker.
And the quintessential glass cannon.
So you can press triangle when he's taunting. You can taunt, and you can also gain a little health back like that. like to just sidestep and play it safe and then combo him. Sidestep, combo. Sidestep, combo. Alright, we almost have him to the third phase. We could damage him a little more. Ouch. Get caught with an uppercut. Try to get him as he's standing up. Like that. Okay, I think one more punch will put him into the next phase. He's already bloodied up. Okay. There we go. So now it's MGS3. So with MGS3, with CQC was the big thing. So he wants to get close to you, and he wants to grab you. So try to keep your distance like that. That's what he wants to do.
If you get hit by Ocelot, you're going to lose a lot of time or in the MGS3 phase because they have a small cutscene, so you want to avoid those attacks as much as possible.
Ouch. Alright, time is coming up in about a minute, so get ready. Unless I die, then we're gonna have to start this whole fight over.
Hopefully that won't happen.
Alright. So now we're just gonna have to punch him like 4 or 5 times, and that'll be time, so.
It's not over yet.
So phase 4 is basically just walk forward and punch, that's basically it. There's not really a lot that can go wrong here if you just don't punch.
Yeah, if you take a really long time, he will punch you back, and he can kill you if he punches you like 3 straight times. So you just want to wait until you can, and then just punch him. Alright, so I'd say about 20-30 seconds now, time will come up. Yeah, you missed the Ocelot smooch. We already got that. And time. So we call time there just because there's no other inputs we do. The fight's over. You don't have to punch him anymore. The rest are just skipping cutscenes and going through credits. So that's MGS4. Thanks for having me. Thanks for UKSG for allowing me to run this game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And thanks to Makarov as well.
Time of 2 hours, 3 minutes and 4 seconds.
Nice. Got underestimated.
That's good.
Well. Yeah, so thank you to Makarov as well. Had last minute changes and he was able to step in and provide commentary.
I had a lot of fun.
Thank you, Markov. Thank you, Spartyy. Coming up next is Yoko Island Express with JKX Wing. We're going to take a short break and we will see you soon.